Am I remaking my welcome video just a few months after posting it? Yes. Will I probably remake this video in just a few more months? Probably. But in the meantime, hi, I'm Rin, and welcome to my channel. Okay, so, as I said, you guys can call me Rin. I've been drawing for only about 4 years, and I've been doing digital art for about 3. I definitely consider myself a beginner, and I'm still working a lot on my art. I originally got into art by stumbling across a few old Warrior Cats multiple animator projects. My main inspiration at the time was definitely Tennille Flowers. I saw one of their speed paints and immediately tried to copy every single thing he did in it. It was what initially got me into art, and I'm still so grateful to them. Skip forward a few months, and a couple hundred cat drawings later, I finally got my first drawing app. For Christmas one year, my brother got me Procreate, and I've been addicted ever since. I still use this program, and it is of course what you guys are seeing me draw on right now. Want to see the very first thing I drew on it? A beauty, ain't it? A few years later, and here I am making this drawing for you all. Well, I guess I drew this way back in February, but anyway. As for programs that I use, other than Procreate, which I mentioned earlier, I record my audio on iMovie and I edit on CuteCut. That's pretty much it. Very professional, I know. So now I guess I'll just go through some of the basic things about me that you might be able to see on the screen already. I am quite the night owl. My personality type is INTJ. I'm mixed, mostly Asian and European. I am about 5'8", and well, I guess I wrote ambivert on it, and honestly I can't remember why, because I'm definitely very introverted, but I drew this a while ago and am too lazy to go back and fix it, so let's just ignore that for now. Oh, and fun fact, the Meet the Artist text right under my name is actually my own handwriting, and as you can tell, even though I can kind of draw okay, my handwriting isn't as neat. As for the things in the likes and dislike columns, I like playing a few sports. Like many artists, I'm not the most naturally athletic, but I think they're pretty fun. My favorite seasons are autumn and winter. I like autumn because it's very pretty, and I really like winter. Generally, just the more layers the weather lets me wear, the better. I like animals, I can play a few instruments, and I really like skiing and hiking, which I haven't been doing enough of recently. Those two are two of the reasons that I have the little Colorado flag at the top there. I've spent a fair amount of time there, and it's probably one of my favorite places to go skiing and hiking. As for the things in the dislike column, summer is my least favorite season. I don't hate it, but it comes along with the second thing on that list, hot weather. I would so much rather be cold than hot. And also for the third thing on that list, I've also never been any good at or liked spelling, so please just ignore the various typos you might find on this piece. The next thing on the list is art block, and yeah, no one likes it. So it's not the most interesting thing to write, but I honestly couldn't think of too much else, so... Anyway, the last thing on that list, as it says, I hate brushing my hair. I don't understand people who say it feels good, and as you could guess, that's why one of the arrows around my persona says messy hair. Okay, I think that's enough about me. Now I'll just talk a bit about the drawing that you see on screen now. It is, of course, a drawing of the Meet the Artist challenge, and I've been looking at more Meet the Artist drawings, and I think I might have gone a bit overboard with the shading and the background. I noticed that almost all of the ones I saw had just a solid color background and minimal to no shading, which makes sense because you're probably supposed to use it as a ref sheet, and the background just takes attention away from the character, but oh well. I'll keep that in mind next time, because I do plan on hopefully redrawing this every year. I started this piece out with a very rough sketch, and in hindsight I probably should have thumbnailed it first because I quickly ran into a problem with the placement of everything. I had a large gap on the left side, and initially I was just gonna move my persona over and make the likes and dislikes columns bigger, but that kind of looked weird, and in the end I just put my name large on the side. I think it looks fairly nice, but I do think it's a little weird to have it in so many places. After I was fairly happy with the sketch and rough color palette, I started on the line art, and I decided to make the line art for the character fairly chalky, just because I kind of like that style, and Honestly, I probably should have made the rest chalky to keep with the style, but I have no idea. I have no idea what my thought process was about that in February, but oh well. After finishing my questionable line art, I went to coloring, and even though I probably shouldn't have put the background there, I still really like its color scheme. Looking at the unblurred image, it's kinda, the proportions are kinda wonky, but when it's so blurry you can't really see it, so it's fine. I think overall I'm fairly happy with the colors for this piece, which is good because I remember I spent so long picking them. After that I went to shading and lighting, and I definitely went overboard on that. It was definitely a lot of fun, and I think it looks fairly nice, but it might be a bit out of place for a Meet the Artist drawing. I'll keep that in mind next time. Since I drew this way back in February, I'm actually not super happy with it anymore. I'd like to think I could draw it way better now, even though it's only been a few months. But I've already spent so much time drawing all the sprites for this video and editing it. I'm not going to take another 5 hours just to redraw it and probably only see minimal difference since it's only been a few months. But I guess y'all will just have to wait for next year for me to redraw it. Honestly, it's a bit hard to talk about this piece because it's been so long, but I guess it's time for the end of the video anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all stay tuned for all the stuff I have planned in the future. Please let me know what you might want to see me do in the comments, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Bye!